Welcome. This video is brought to you by the Life Tools and Study Advice teams. Hello, my name is Alicia Peña-Visama and I run the Life Tools program. Today we're going to explore some strategies to get back into study mode after the holidays and getting into routine, a way of working that supports your efforts to do well in your studies. And we will look at some strategies to maintain motivation, prevent procrastination and keep well. After the holiday, you may feel that you have a lot to do to prepare for assessments, and this can be challenging. You may be worrying about results or about things not working out as you hope. Sometimes we find it difficult to understand our own behavior. We want to do the work and yet we don't do it. And we explain to ourselves that we have other important things to do at the same time. And this may be the case, which is why it's important to identify priorities and plan the time for the work. In addition, when we're tired, it's difficult to resist easier options, and we may pick up the phone or go for a chat. All these activities are important too, but we need to plan time for work and time for these other activities. That's why it's helpful to have others who support our goals. To get work done, it's helpful to create a flexible routine. It helps us to manage our time and our energy. So identifying priorities, so working from the deadlines backwards to see what are the things you need to do each day, week, month. Also create cues to remind you of your priorities to make decisions during the day to keep on track. Identify obstacles and plan how you will deal with them. So if you get distracted with the phone, then put it out of view and focus on your progress. To boost motivation, think about this growth mindset concept, which is having the belief that with our effort we can make progress. It's being able to view mistakes as part of the learning process and using feedback as information to make changes. And this helps us to improve the work, again focusing on progress. Develop the learner's mindset, and this is about focusing on our curiosity and openness to learning and being aware of our emotions and understanding them, that this is because the work is hard and we care about doing good work. So focus on learning to develop your skills and your knowledge and be flexible, so that will help to adjust to changes. To boost motivation, it's also very good to focus on our values, seeing ourselves as people who want to make changes, we want to learn, we want to persevere, and we're practicing tolerating the frustration when doing something that is difficult, and again, focusing on the progress a bit at a time. Now, often we know what we need to do, but it's hard to get started. So here are some ideas. Create some prompts, cues to nudge you into starting. Then create a warm-up, a routine, say 5 to 10 minutes. Maybe you're getting all your resources together, a glass of water nearby, and then spend 25-minute study of work, say using the Pomodoro technique. In this period, clarify the task and choose the priorities. Then take a break and then select another period of time to select a task and start with this one first. And then continue with small steps. And then acknowledge your efforts, always focusing on progress to keep motivated, to keep going. Also, it's important to take breaks and have some time away from screens. Go outdoors, get some fresh air, stretch, take a deep breath, relax the muscles. It will energize and it will help to get back into concentration for your tasks. It's also important to develop healthy habits, eating well, looking after yourself, and depending on your circumstances and what you prefer, doing some exercises, some relaxation, listening to music, keeping hydrated, and also protecting sleep. Practice self-compassion, being your best friend, acknowledging your efforts and reconnecting with what's meaningful, the purpose of doing all this work. You're investing in your education and your professional development. Maintain hope that with your efforts, progress is possible. And I've put this quote here from Eleanor Roosevelt: with a new day comes new strength and new thoughts. This is in case there are setbacks, we can feel disappointed, but then picking up again and continuing. It's an ongoing trial and error learning process. And here are a few references that you may find interesting to explore. And here are some tips from the study advice team. Coming back from the holidays, how can you stop having a break and get back into study mode? Here we list 5 top tips from your friendly study advice team. Tip 1. Start with an easy win. Setting a realistic and achievable goal can set you up for success and ease you back into your studies. Tip number 2. Now it's time to revisit your study plan or make one if you haven't already. Consider all your assessment deadlines and exam dates to populate your plan and identify how much you have to do and by when. This can give you a sense of control. The next step is to break down each assessment into small and manageable study tasks, which can be slotted into your day-to-day schedule. It's much easier to allocate time for and commit to a study session with specific outcomes. Tip 3. Introduce structure into your days. If you have a lot of unstructured time available, it might slip away. Adding some time-bound activities like doing an exercise class, taking a walk, or going for a coffee with a friend can help you organize your study around these time limits and develop a study routine. Tip 4. Think about where you can study best. If you're staying home after the holidays, try to organize a space dedicated to study so that you're all set up and kept away from your common distractions. If you're not able to achieve this at home, look for other options. For example, a local library may offer a good alternative study environment. Tip 5. Reconnect with your peers. Check in and catch up with your colleagues. See how they're doing. Exchange tips. Help and motivate each other. Online chats or group study sessions on campus can offer just the motivation you need to get back into study. And don't forget that the study advice team is here to help. You can find all the information you need about their online resources and how to meet the team on the library website. They wish you a successful assessment. And here are the details to access the Life Tools page on Essentials with all the information about the program and details of coming webinars talks. You can also access the Blackboard organization where you can find recordings. All the best for your studies.